it's your boy DJ Wolf Live. Oh my God. I got a lot on my mind. I got some major stuff on my mind tonight, and it's really setting me off right now. I'm hoping you guys can hear it because I really got a lot to say. In any case, I was reading a story. I think it came out late yesterday, early this morning, that it was a published report about an upcoming PBS program. I know you heard it called, if you watch PBS, it's called Frontline. I'm going to have to start watching. It's a very good show. It's been on for many years. And its special is supposed to come on September 27th. In any case, it featured, it's about the presidential nomination between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. One of the people who spoke on this special episode of Frontline was Omarosa Mangold, who happened to be from my home state of Ohio. She's from Youngstown. Anyway, so she was interviewed, and she came up with the statement. I'm kind of paraphrasing because I'm going to eventually do a show on this because I'm kind of heated for a number of reasons. I'll get to that later. But in any case, Omarosa was talking about those haters of Donald Trump's, because she worked for Donald Trump under this so-called African American outreach. I don't know what that's all about. I'm looking at too. But anyway, she says those haters of Trump are going to have to bow down when he's president, or something like that. That's pretty much what she said. But I'm trying to get a little bit more accurate in that because I think it was more like when President Trump, all you haters who talked about President Trump will have to bow down to him. I'm like, bow down? Really? Bow down? That's what she said. Bow down to Donald Trump. Really? Seriously? And I'm like, seriously? Bow down to Donald Trump? Ain't that a bitch? Who the fuck gonna bow down to this pistol head fuck we talking about? And seriously, this is what he said. He was quoted saying, "I'm the same man I was when I was 8 years old." Really? That means you didn't grow up. I ain't bowing down. You gotta be kidding me. No one bows down to a president. I mean, you're gonna give him his respect and all that. But she said bow down like he's an emperor or some shit. I'm like, this. I'm like, and I don't mean no disrespect to her, but but just for the sake of the argument, this bitch here is tripping. Big time. Which is going to lead up to my talk, because there are a lot of Omarosa Mangolds, and a lot of Donald Trumps out there. In other words, there are a lot of white Trumps and a lot of black Omarosas. I'll leave it at that. Quite a few of them. And they're just like them too. A white Trump and a black Omarosa is a dangerous combination to me personally, for a number of reasons. They've always existed. They existed throughout slavery, throughout history in black America. Throughout the entire history of black America, those two have been a dangerous combination against black men, against black manhood, period. And because I'm going to talk about all this when I get on my show, because I'm really heated about this shit. This shit got to be talked about. I mean, it's been all over the media. I've heard several talk shows talking about it already. They putting her ass on major blast. I'm going to be next to do it for her. Because this is ridiculous. She's supposed to be all high, sedity, blah, blah, blah. And truthfully, I kind of think she may be his concubine any damn way. That's been a big rumor. And I wouldn't put it past Nene Leakes either. That's another story. More on that on another time. But the reason why I say that, and the reason why I'm saying initially that a white Trump and a black Omarosa are the two most dangerous things, two most dangerous threats to black manhood in general, for a number of reasons. Okay, let me start on the first topic. First topic being because this woman or women like her was coaxed into this thing about the women's liberation movement, all right, and Women's Lib, aka Gloria Steinem, all right. That's where the modern Women's Lib movement came to place in the 60s, all right. Now let me clarify something before I get started on this, because here's the thing: I don't have a problem with women wanting to work. Alright? I'm not bashing women per se. Because I know you got people out going, oh, you're bashing women. You don't like women. And I like this as bad as what they say. My man Tommy Sotomayor, they say, oh, he hates black women. Honestly, I don't think he hates black women. I think he hates what some black women out here do to their men and do to the children. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to ask him. Just go on the internet and look it up for yourself what they do every day. Even some of the better off. I'll get to that a little later too. But just for the record, I don't hate black women. I love my sisters. I ain't gonna lie. But I hate some of the things that they do to us. All right. Get back to the Women's Lib thing. Okay. Here it is, Women's Lib. Okay. That's the thing that started the ball rolling. And if you notice a pattern, the black family, although it's always struggled to maintain a black family throughout from slavery on up because of a number of reasons regarding slavery itself. Slavery itself is what destroyed the black family in the first place. We never had a chance from that time on. But as things were getting better during the civil rights struggles, all that, as far as strides during the civil rights struggle, and jobs were more available at the time. Black families were slowly coming up. But after that Women's Lib movement, after women were able to get a stipend every month, when they had kids struggling with no father, it became the norm. That's, I think, what really destroyed the black family. I know that, matter of fact, that is what destroyed the black family. Am I going to say that women are part of the problem with that? To some degree, yes. Because it got to a point where the Women's Lib allowed them to become more and more independent, where they didn't even have need to have a man at their side anymore. All right? And I ain't talking about just any guy. I'm talking about good guys. I'm talking about guys, even the best of us. I've seen it happen. Trust me, I know about this. I know men who experience those issues with women, good men, including myself, that have had problems with women in the past. All kinds of silly ass problems. That's be it whether where he had kids or not. I mean, seriously though. And that little stroke of independency kind of messed their minds up a little bit. Real talk. To a point where I don't need no man. What you gonna do for me? I ain't need you no way. I can do better myself. I do this, and blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of shit. And that to me is what destroyed the nucleus of the black family. It really did. because whatever we had a chance to build on has been destroyed in terms of that. Because now you got, it used to be back in the day where women were shunned. Young girls were shunned for having kids early. I know a girl when I went to junior high school with was 12, I think she had just turned 12, was pregnant with a baby. Sure was. Never understood the concept or why. I know she used to sit right behind me every day, and it was annoying to me, but I didn't understand that at the time. Here I was 13-year-old young man trying to figure out what's the deal with this girl. Why is she even in class? She's pregnant, but she was trying to get the education. She was a young girl. She had just turned 12. I was like, what the fuck? And this was circa 1977. All right? I've heard worse stories than that about girls having kids young. But like I said before, it used to be at one time shunned. Now it's like, oh well, I was talking to a relative of mine not too long ago, and I was telling them the situation of somebody I know, and they were like, oh well, hey, young girls have kids now, oh well, everybody have kids, even young girls, they all have young, a lot of single mothers. But I'm like, y'all think that shit is cute? There's nothing cute about this shit no more, people. You know what happened with all these single mothers, kids? They all growed up. A lot of them didn't have no fathers. No structure at all in the household. No one to tell them what they need to do, when they need to do it, so they have structure and discipline. Therefore, they don't have anything to do but to do what they want to do anytime they want. Moms half the time don't care. And what you breed, crumble. I hate to admit to that, and that hurts me to say it, but it's true. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see it every day in your neighborhoods, in your towns, in your cities. Now I ain't saying, and that's not true, that this pertains to all black men, but in neighborhoods where you got multiple single mamas out there, multiple. All right? And you got multiple kids out there with no fathers, you know what's happening out there. Let's keep it real. Stop the bullshit. Stop the pretending like it don't exist. Stop trying to live. Stop trying to hold up something better than you to say it ain't like that with everybody. It's like that with a number of y'all, though. Okay? That's part of the problem. We don't want to look in the mirror and take a look and really clean up what we need to straighten out. Man, what is with these people tonight? That's part of the problem. That's a major problem. We don't want to clean up what we need to straighten out. We want to gloss over it. It's like how can I put it? I always say it's like a magic trick. There's a trick to it, and you don't really see what the trick's about. Because you're not supposed to. That's the same mentality here. You're not supposed to see the real deal. You're supposed to see the trick itself, but not what enabled the trick, if you know what I mean. And I'm talking about the illusion that it don't exist, but it actually does. That's what I'm trying to say. In other words, there's a problem there in our communities that we really don't want to straighten out, yet we know it exists. That's a good way to put it. And this is something that's never been dealt with. The churches don't deal with it. The media don't really deal with it and don't really care. The schools don't deal with it anymore. It's almost acceptable. Matter of fact, it's a school out here in the DMV, not far from my house, where they have babysitting for some of them young girls. And here's the even more kicker. There's an elementary school that was built right next to the high school. All right? Get the picture? High school, convenient for those high school mothers who probably have kids. Drop them off at the elementary school. The elementary school, by the way, does have a daycare. And I think it's like I know they have an aftercare, and I know they got a daycare, I heard. No, not preschool, but I'm talking about daycare. I've heard that. And I kind of wonder why, because I've never known an elementary school and a high school to be built so close. Now I just realized that just now, all these years. And the elementary school got built there like probably about 5 years, roughly 4 years after the high school did. Yeah, sure did. That 4 years after the high school opened, the elementary school. There it is. So the schools don't care either, in essence. And the mothers who some of the mothers who out here who single mothers who raise these kids out by themselves. Some of them don't give a shit either. Matter of fact, some of them encourage the daughters to go ahead and have the kids so they can be grandmamas. I already know a situation like that right now. So that's where I think we're going. I think on some levels, I think our culture, man, is going ass backwards. And I really do mean that. And I mean what I said, and I said what I meant. And I'm not taking it back. We're going ass backwards. The family structure. And like I said, that's where it ties in with women like Omarosa. Because Omarosa, her mentality is very much like that. There was a rumor that she that and I don't even want to go there. All I'm gonna say is that probably from what I heard, and I don't want to go there, but like I said, that she was with Michael Clark Duncan around the time he died. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to start doing nothing else beyond that. But and then I think she just recently got engaged too. But again, my thing is women like her that put that mindset. Nah, you don't, man. You don't. But also, when she's sitting there telling you, talking about when Trump becomes president, you're going to bow down, or the haters going to bow down to him. Bitch, please. And yes, I said it. Bitch, please. Who the fuck? I mean, are you serious? It's just that mindset. And that's what I'm referring to. Her mindset is totally fucked up. Talking about you gonna bow down to this guy, this white guy. I mean, are you serious? That's to me, that's a disrespecting, self-hating black person. Not Tommy Sotomayor. Not some of the others I've heard, and not myself. This one here. Omarosa. She's a self-hating. Yeah, she really is. To sit there and make a stupid ass statement like that is utterly how can I put it, shameful to say the least. And that's the mentality that some of these black women have today, man. Seriously though, they will. Some of them, I'm telling you right now, I know situations personally where a black woman will make you look like a fool in front of white people. I've been through that a number of times over the years. I know this for a fact. They will literally try to shame you in front of them. And they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. But yet, I'm so behind my man and all the other bullshit. I gotta keep it honest, man, because, this is the kind of stuff that destroys black families. And real talk. Black women today, man, I don't know, man. It's just the more independent they've gotten, the more treacherous they are. Now, I'm gonna briefly talk about my man Tommy, and I think Tommy is right. I think he's always been right about that stuff. I may not agree with everything he said because I actually do want to call him. I want to call him and have a major discussion about this because he is right about a lot of that. Not everything, I'm not right about everything, but I'm just stating out my opinion. You know? And if you want to state your opinion on something, you go to Spreaker.com, download the Spreaker app, and you get you a podcast, just like I did. You know? And like I said, I'm just slightly upset right now because of stuff like that. And I was looking at a picture of this black woman who had 4 kids down in Houston. She killed 2 of them. She had the deadest looking eyes, man. She just had that look of I'm gonna fuck you up. And I'm not saying it's a joke either. She had a serious look of like, I don't give a shit about nothing. Her eyes look cold and dead, man. It really did. Creepy. And for lack of a better word, and I ain't trying to be funny, but she looked like a fucking dude. Real talk. She does. Nothing feminine about her. No redeeming feminine qualities about that woman at all. Zero. I shit you not. Even with the wig on, didn't do her a bit of damn good. For real. She still looked fucked up. And I'm not trying to be funny. This chick looks dangerous, for lack of a better word. She'd kill me. That's how dangerous this woman looked. And I mean, I'm not saying it's a joke. I'm not joking about this at all. Go see the picture. Look it up. And like somebody said, they said that she calmly just, kind of like was like, oh well, I killed my 2 kids, her 2 youngest kids at that. From my understanding, she just like it didn't bother. But that's typical. Because I've had, I've dated several black women over the years. Trust me, I know how they act. And they're so matter of fact, oh well, the laissez-faire. It's like, oh well, it's not this very nonchalant type of attitudes black women have, man. I've seen it happen way too many times. I ain't talking about what I heard. I'm talking about what I know. Okay? And that was the look that woman had on her face. I shit you not. She just had a look on her face like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, she literally did. She had a look like, I just don't give a damn about nothing. Yep. That's what made it so bad. And, it's just that attitude, like, and I know, and I had a discussion with my mother about this a couple of weeks ago. My mother was like, well, like about it was about a woman aborting her fetus, and I was telling her that at the end of the day, the woman has the ultimate choice, and I'm talking about whether they're married or not. My mother tried to argue me like, well, the man has a choice too. I said, no, he don't. No, if the man gets the woman pregnant and they agree on one thing, she can change her mind and say, well, it's my body. I get rid of fetus anytime I want to. That's a prime example right there. Instead of her taking the husband's thoughts into consideration about what they want to do with the baby collectively, she gonna do what she want no matter what they say. Because of the mentality of women's liberation. Now, there's some things that's good about women's liberation. Man, I'm sure it's a little bit hot for you. And there's not some not so good things about it. Some of them, like I said, let some of these women get the big head. And then I've been in situations where I saw women, try to berate the man in front of people. That's like I said before. Here y'all women talking about I want a family. Most black women, they don't want to start a family with no guy. I was watching, I'll give you another example, another show. Now, this is Grammy Award winning artist, instrumentalist, Ben Tankard. Okay? He's a pastor. He's also a pastor of a church in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Alright? Now, this dude, okay, his, I think his Is his middle daughter? Yeah. Yeah, middle daughter. I forgot her name. It ain't Brooklyn, so damn, I can't think of it. Anyway, she was talking about instead of having the baby traditionally, and she's single, having the baby traditionally, instead of her wanting to, to have it the way, get pregnant by a guy and all that, she was literally looking around to get to a place to get artificial insemination. So I don't need no guy. Yeah, she basically just said, I don't need no man to get me pregnant. I can just go through artificial insemination, be done with. I ain't got to go through all that. They've got to a point now, black women got to a point now where they have the mentality where I just don't even need a man. At all. And I think that's what's destroying. Man, this traffic is a mess. That's what's destroying our culture, man. It's, it's the single women who don't want to have a relationship with guys. And I can understand part of it because you got some guys who are real dickheads. But if you go out and hang in the club, you trying to get the thuggish guy who, and I ain't saying that applies to all because it don't. If you're just trying to get the first guy you think is going, satisfy you for the night, and that's all that's on your mind, and then later on down the road you want to regret it and you want to get good and plenty guy to take care of the baby. I'll say that. I'll give you a case in point. It was around 84. I was going to Job Corps in Cleveland. Over on, for those it was a Job Corps on near 100-something Carnegie, not far between Cleveland Clinic and University Circle. And that's when I was out there trying to roam for trim, if you know what I mean. Back in the day, I did do a lot. I ain't gonna lie. But I wasn't getting girls pregnant left and right up joint either. Yep. I don't have a single baby mama in Cleveland that I know of. No, honestly, I don't. At least nobody's ever claimed it. So, and I'm not saying that I did or did not, but the ones I know about didn't get pregnant by me. Let's put it like that. But anyway, I'm on the bus on the corner of my street. You would catch the bus downtown. All right. Well, actually, I was actually going to Job Corps that day. I'm dapper. I got threw my Jerry curl out. Jerry curl I had wear Jerry curl at the time. Little suit, tweed suit, kind of like Morris Day with the little skinny tie and my Stacy. Yes. But anyway, so it was this girl who lived down the street from me. All right. This chick, all right, used to be the finest thing on the planet. Well, on my street. She was the finest thing on my street. There's no doubt about that. She was the best thing on my street for years. Used to wear little tight short shorts. Oh my God. Anyway, so I won't get too graphic about that. But she was fine as wine. Anyway, years later, I saw it when I saw her at the bus that year, 84. By that time, she was a little worn down a little bit. She had 3 children. Her body wasn't quite as banging. So she's got to talk, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm doing fine. How you doing? She said, I'm doing good. So we got to talking and stuff. I said, I'm going over here to Job Corps, trying to get my life right, taking some classes in here, blah, blah, blah. So she got to talking to me. And, I'm like, she acted like she tried to get together with me. It never happened, unfortunately, but that's fine. Maybe it was the best for the best. Because I know she did have 3 kids. And I only knew of a baby daddy. I don't even know if he was the father of all 3 or not. I have no clue. That's another whole story. Anywho, those kind of women usually try to glom onto guys after the fact. After they went through all the, having these babies and stuff, then they want to get a really good guy. Then you got some good guys out here, get a girl pregnant. And then the girls want to act a fool sometime after they had the kid. Seen all of it. Trust me. Because the mentality of the women's liberation, women's lib, actually told these women, hey, you can do all this. You can be bad all by yourself. You don't need no man. You can go out and get the same type of jobs a man can get. Now, one thing I'll say about women's lib, I think, is they are true to the game about, and I totally support them on, is that women that do the job, or the same type of job a man does, should get equal pay. Now, that I do support. I will say that. I fully support that. I think if you do the same job a man does, and you do the same type of loads and all that, like if you're doing heavy lifting like a guy, which, if you can do it, you should get paid the equal pay. That is the only thing that women's lib is good for, is to fight that. And I support them on that. I ain't gonna lie. I really do support them on that, wholeheartedly. But I've also heard stories where, I've heard black women in the offices I worked at where they bash guys. I ain't shit. But yet you got all these kids. Bash that too. Nah, they're not gonna do that. I'm just saying though, man. It's always a double standard, man. And like I said, some of these women create the very problems that got them to have to mess in with both dealing with dickhead guys and having multiple kids by some of them guys. Not realizing maybe you should have got your shit together before you decided to do all that. Or maybe not so much of that to begin with. Because that's and it's like the generations just cycle. It's the cycle of the same mess all over again for the last several generations over the years. And you can't always play victimhood on everything that goes on in your community. At some point, you gotta stand up and say, you know what? I gotta be responsible for my own actions. A lot of us won't do that. And I'm not saying that we're victimhood on everything, but we are victimhood on some things. That's a known fact. One other thing I can also say is that if you're going to be a father to your kids, to be honest, sometimes I think some of us fathers need to be just a slight tad bit more nurturing to our kids to let them know that we're there in the corner for them, man. That you encourage them, not discourage them. I was in a situation like that growing up in Cleveland. I know all about that. And when I got discouraged, I like confidence in myself. And even as an adult my age, sometimes I have doubt in my confidence. Not always, but sometimes. And I think when you discourage children, when you don't encourage them the way you need to, and you bash them a lot, it hurts them. It hurts their self-esteem. So, to you men out there, encourage, don't discourage. Don't, always be encouraging your kids, especially when they're very, very young. Because after a while they become adults, and you don't want them to be becoming adults that are messed up because of things that they didn't get when they were living at home. So I had to get at the guys too. But honestly, the nucleus problem of why families aren't together in a lot of cases because women choose not to have tradition, and they're not shunned when they have at young ages. Let's be real. I'm going to keep that honest. Like I said before, that's my take on it, and I'm sticking to it. I have more selling later, a lot more. I'm just scratching the surface right now, but I had to get that off my chest. I appreciate you guys listening. Pretty much that's all I got to say. I got to go get something to eat. I'm getting hungry. This is DJ Wolf. Of course, you can listen to me on-demand episodes on Spreaker.com as well as YouTube.com. Also, I can be followed on YouTube on For All to Hear TV, Spreaker, Facebook.com/DJ Wolf Live. Twitter page is For All to Hear, or at For All to Hear. Make sure you put the number 2 in For All to Hear, and it should come up. And my email address is foralltohear@gmail.com. Alright guys, this is a DJ Wolf. I got more to say about this and other stuff on the back burner very soon. I will be talking to you guys later.